Hello, Clio. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, welcome. So tell me, how was your day?
today is so.
Okay, why is it so? What happened? Tell me about your day. What did you do today?
Today, today when I today when I am having the PE class, we have a running race.
Okay,
But but we have 4 groups, and in my groups there are just 7, and the other groups are 8.
okay,
And and when the 7 when the 7 classmates all running finish running, I asked the teacher, "Do we need to run again?" Teacher said, "Yes, one of you need to run again." But when I finish the running, teacher said, "Why does you run? You can just run once."
oh dear, so it was a confusion then.
Yeah.
Oh dear. All right, well, I'm hoping that you're having a better time now and we can start our class. And today we're going to talk about the life of Alex and Maya's dentist trip. Okay, so let's begin the lesson. Today's learning objective. Today you will read a short story and talk about going to a dentist and dental health. We'll also practice dental vocabulary. Okay, so we've got 4 new words. Can you read them for us?
Nervous. What is that?
Cavity,
Cavity. Brave. Pretty white.
pearly whites. They call teeth
Pearly
pearly
white.
whites. Yes. Why? Because it looks like pearls. Pearls are usually white and very shiny. So when your teeth are healthy, they're called pearly whites. All right. A cavity is when you got a hole in your tooth or your tooth is going black because of sugar. And then the dentist has to usually clean out the cavity and fill it so that the cavity doesn't go back. That's usually a cavity. All right, so it's not a nice thing to have a cavity. As you can see, the little naughty germ over here is looking at the hole in the tooth, so it wants to go into the hole in the tooth to cause problems. Okay, so now let's make some sentences with these words. We'll start with the first word, nervous. What sentence can you make with the word nervous?
Hmm. This girl is very nervous about to what is that to the team? This girl is very nervous because she's going to as I let's see.
Here we go. Can you read that?
This girl is very nervous because she is scared of a dentist.
Okay, let's look at the next word. Cavity, one of the new words you've learned. What can we say about cavity?
This bad cavity is wants to go to no hole in the teeth. We must stop it.
Okay, have a read on that one.
This bad cavity needs to be cleaned and fixed before the nasty germs make my teeth
Rotten.
rotten.
Okay, and what about brave? What shall we say about brave?
Mm. This boy is very brave because of he's not afraid of dentist.
Okay, and then the last one, pearly whites. What shall we say about pearly whites?
This girl's teeth is pretty white. It will never come. It will never come a cavity. A cavity will never come to this teeth.
Let me just do this.
This girl has very this girl has very pretty white as she will never get a cavity because she takes care of her teeth.
Very good. Okay, now we done with the sentence building. Let's go to the story. So I want you to take your time, look at the words carefully, and then read the story to me. All right, so let's begin. Chapter 1, The Wobbly Worry.
Maya sat at the chi- ki- kit- kitchen table. She did not want to eat her can. She
Okay,
don't
I'll tell you
want
what,
to eat.
Theo. Let me read it first and then you read it afterwards. So follow with me. Maya sat at the kitchen table. She did not want to eat her cereal. Today was the day she had to visit Dr. Smile, the dentist. I'm scared, Alex, Maya whispered to her big brother. What if the tools are loud? Alex gave her a high five. Don't worry, Maya. You are brave. Mom will be right there with you. Maya took a deep breath. She grabbed her mom's hand and they walked together to the car. They walked to the car together. All right, your turn.
Maya sat at the kitchen table. She did not want to eat her
Cereal.
cereal. Today was the day she had to visit Dr. Smile, the dentist. I'm scared, Alex, Maya whispered to her big brother. What if the tools are loud? Alex gave her a high five. Don't worry, Maya, you are brave. Mom will be right there with you. Maya took a deep breath. She grabbed her mom's hand and they walked to the car together.
So are you also scared of a dentist, Cleo?
No.
Okay, that's good. So you're very brave. A lot of people, even adults, are scared of the dentist, believe it or not. All right, let's go to the next part. When they arrived, the office was bright and filled with books. A kind nurse called Maya's name. In the room, there was a big shiny chair that could move up and down like a ride. Hello, Maya, said Dr. Smile. He wore a funny mask and cool glasses. He showed Maya a tiny mirror. I'm just going to take a look at your pearly whites, he said. Maya felt a little nervous, but she stayed very still. All right, your turn.
When they arrived, the office was bright and filled with books. A kind nurse called Maya's name. In the room, there was a big shiny chair could move up and down like a ride. "Hello, Maya," said Dr. Smile. He wore a funny mask and cool glasses. He showed Maya a thin mirror. "I'm just going to look at your pretty whites," she said. Maya felt a little nervous, but she stayed very still.
So what do you think? Does this dentist look kind?
Kind.
Okay. So do you think you'd feel very comfortable in his dentist office?
Mm,
Well, let's see what Dr. Smile does next, Leo. All right, let's go to the next chapter. Chapter 3, Fixing the Tiny Hole. Dr. Smile found a tiny cavity on Maya's back teeth. A cavity is a little hole from sugar, he explained. We need to fill it up so your tooth stays strong. Maya heard a whirling sound, but it didn't hurt. It felt like a tiny woodpecker tapping on her tooth. Mom held her hand the whole time. Soon the tapping stopped. The cavity was gone. Maya realized that the dentist was actually trying to help her. Your turn.
Dr. Smile found a tiny cavity on one of Maya's back teeth. A cavity is a little hole from sugar, he explained. We need to fill it up so your tooth stays strong. He heard a whirring sound, but it didn't hurt. It felt like a tiny woodpecker tapping on her tooth. Mom held her hand and the whole time. Soon the tapping stopped. The cavity was gone. Maya realized that the dentist was actually trying to help her.
Wonderful. All right, let's see what happens next. All done, said Dr. Smile. Maya jumped down from the chair. She wasn't scared anymore. Dr. Smile reached into a big box. He gave Maya a bright blue toothbrush and a big crunchy apple. Well, crunchy red apple. Keep brushing and your smile will stay super, he said. Maya waved goodbye. She couldn't wait to go home and show Alex her clean, healthy teeth. Your turn.
All done, said the Doctor smiled. Maya jumped down from the chair. She wasn't scared anymore. Doctor Smile reached into a big box. He gave Maya a bright blue toothbrush and a big crunchy red apple. Keep brushing and your smile will stay super, he said. Maya waved goodbye. She couldn't wait to go home and show Alex her clean, healthy teeth.
Hey? So do you think it was a good story, Cleo?
Good.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to check your memory. So we're going to do a quick quiz. All right, so at the beginning of the story, how does Maya feel about going to the dentist? A, happy and excited. B, scared and nervous. Or C, bored and sleepy. Which one is correct?
Being scared and nervous.
Okay, let's check. Yep, you're correct. Scared and nervous. Well done. All right, question number 2. What did Dr. Smile use to look at Maya's teeth? A tiny mirror. B, a big flashlight. Or C, a magnifying glass?
A tiny mirror.
Of course. Well done. All right, number 3. What did the dentist find on one of Maya's back teeth? A piece of candy. A, a loose B, a loose tooth. Or C, a tiny cavity.
C. A tiny cavity.
There we go. Number 4. What two things did Dr. Smile give Maya after the checkup? Can you remember? A sticker, and A or B, a Bluetooth brush and an apple? Or C, a gold medal and a book?
B. A blue toothbrush and an apple.
That is correct. Well done, you got all of them correct. Alright, so now we're going to recheck our story, which means you're going to read it and fill in the blank words. Alright, so I want you to read the story again and then fill in the missing words from our answer pool. We got nervous, cavity, brave, and pearly whites. Alright, go ahead, Clio.
Maya sat at the kitchen table. She did not want to eat her
Cereal.
cereal. Today was the day she had to visit Dr. Smile, the dentist. I'm scared, Alex, Maya whispered to her big brother. What if the tools are loud? Alex gave her a high five. Don't worry, Maya. You are you are brave.
Correct.
Mom will be right there with you. Maya took a deep breath. She grabbed her mom's hand and they walked to the car together. When they arrived, no one of the office was bright and filled with books. A kind nurse called Maya's name. In the room, there was a big shiny chair that could move up and down like a ride. Hello, Maya, said Dr. Smile. He wore a funny mask and cool glasses. He showed Maya a tiny mirror. I'm just going to look at your pretty white,
Correct. Well done.
he said. Maya felt a little nervous, but she stayed very still. Dr. Smile found a tiny cavity on one of Maya's back teeth. A cavity is a little hole from a sugar, he explained. We need to fill it up so your teeth stay strong. Maya heard a whistling
Whirring
sound,
sound.
but whirring sound, but it doesn't hurt. It feels like a tiny woodpecker tapping on my tooth. Mom held her hand and a whole time. Soon the tapping stopped. The cavity was gone. Maya realized that the dentist was actually trying to help her. All done, said Dr. Smile. Maya jumped down from the chair. She wasn't scared anymore. Dr. Smile reached into a big box. He gave Maya a bright blue toothbrush and a big crunchy red apple. Keep brushing and your smile will stay super, he said. Maya waved goodbye. She couldn't wait to go home and show Alex her clean, healthy teeth.
Interesting, don't you think?
Mhm.
Alright, so did you like the story?
Like it.
All right. Well, I wrote the story a while ago, so I'm hoping that whoever reads the stories I write, people will like. All right. So I use my own stories in the lessons, so I hope you enjoyed that. So, yes, coming to the would you rather questions. Now, I want to know, would you rather have a bright blue toothbrush like Maya or a toothbrush that glows in the dark? Which one would you prefer?
Hmm. Mm, I would rather have a toothbrush that glows in the dark.
Why? Why would you want the glow in the dark toothbrush?
It's very beautiful, and when I brush teeth in the dark, it will be very shiny.
Of course. Hopefully you don't have to brush your teeth in the dark. Alright, so would you rather visit the dentist for a quick checkup or stay home and do a big pile of homework? Which would you prefer?
Go to the dentist, go to the dentist.
Why? Homework is fun, isn't it?
Over, over, over the walks.
Homework isn't fun, I presume. Alright, let's go to the third one. Okay, would you rather have a crunchy red apple as a snack or a sweet, juicy orange?
Hmm. I will have a. I will rather choose the sweet, juicy orange.
I actually like both of them. I think they'd both be a very delicious snack. But yes, well done. Alright, so now Maya wants to have a conversation with you and she wants to ask you a few questions before we end our lesson today. Alright, so Maya wants to know, I was a little nervous to see Dr. Smile. Have you ever felt nervous about going somewhere new? What happened?
Mm, I won't be afraid to see now. I will be afraid to see, like to meet new people that my mother's old friend, but I don't know.
Okay.
And okay,
Alright, and number two, my big brother Alex helped me feel brave. Who is someone in your family that helps you feel brave?
my mother.
Do you have someone who helps you when you feel scared?
My mother.
Okay, at least your mom's there. Okay, number three, the dentist gave me a crunchy red apple. What is your favorite healthy snack to keep your teeth strong?
Mm, a crunchy red apple and the juicy orange.
Yes, I also like a lot of milk and yogurt because that's also good for your teeth, of course. So yes, tell me, I have a bright blue toothbrush now. What color is your toothbrush at home? And do you brush your teeth every morning and night?
I have a bright yellow toothbrush, but I just brush at night because I don't have time in the morning.
Oh dear, so you rush in the morning to get to school, I'm sure. Okay, and number five, I learned that the dentist isn't scary at all. What is something you used to be afraid of, but now it is okay?
Hmm. Hmm. Scared of pepper.
And are you still scared of it?
Nope, pepper is yummy.
Okay, good. Well, we're always scared of something until we're familiar with it. And then we're not scared of it anymore. All right, well done, Cleo. Did you enjoy our class today?
Enjoy.
I'm glad.
Enjoy.
And we learned some new vocabulary. Can you remember it? Nervous. What was the other one?
Nervous. Pretty
Pearly
teeth.
whites. Pearly whites.
Oh, pretty.
What was the another one? Give me another two more. Pearly whites and what was the other? So it's nervous, pearly whites. What else?
Nervous. Pearly white. Brave.
Brave,
And
yes.
brave.
Something naughty that wants
Nervous.
to hurt your teeth. Eh?
Candy.
Cavity. That's correct. All right. Well done for today, Cleo. I will see you in the next class. You must have a wonderful evening, and I hope I will see you soon when we can do another story. So, well done, and bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. See you soon.
See you soon.